Okay, today we're going to learn something that relates to Rosh Chodesh, and how much more to Rosh Chodesh Elul, and really it relates to every day. So it's straight from the Gemara. Gemara Chulin Daf Samech Amud Beis. The Gemara says over there like this. Rabbi Shimon ben Pazi Rome. Rabbi Shimon ben Pazi has a contradiction. One pasuk says, "Vayas Elokim Mishnah Me'oros HaGedolim." The two lights Hashem created, which is the sun and the moon, they were Gedolim, they were big. The other pasuk says one was small, one was big. So how to understand this? So the Gemara says that Rav Shimon ben Pazi answers it. Omar Yereach l'fnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Yereach said in front of Hashem, Ribono shel Olam, Efshar l'shnei malachim sheishtamshu bekeser echad. You created two big lights, the sun and the moon. How could that be that two kings will have one crown? Omar Allah, Hashem says, if that's the case, go make yourself smaller. It will be one king with one crown, the sun. The moon continued to argue with Hashem because I told you something logical, something right. How could it be two kings with one crown? That's why I should be punished. I should be the smaller one. Omar Lo, Hashem saw that the moon was hurt, so says, you know what? A compensation I'll give you. You're going to be able to light not only like the sun during the day, you can be able to light during the day and the night. Some light, there's some moonshine during the day too. Amralei, my revusa, the sharga betihara, my hana. What's the benefit I have from being able to shine during the day? A candle during the day is not going to do any benefit. You don't need the candle. So I'm a little light during the day. Nobody needs my light. Omar Allah, Hashem told the moon, Zil limnu bach Yisrael yomim v'shonim. You know what? Another compensation I'm giving you. The Jews their calendar gonna be the calendar of the moon, the lunar calendar. So that's your benefit gonna be. Omar Allah. The day, meaning the sun, also has that benefit of the calendar because the tkufas we go by the sun. That says by Pesach that says b'chodesh Aviv. It's have to be during springtime. How could that be during spring? You must make adjustment that the leap year it should become a spring. Otherwise, we have a discrepancy between the moon and the sun. 11 days a year. Every few years there's a 1 month, and sometimes the Yom Tov could be in a different season. So in order to be always the right season, we have to do count for the sun too. So what benefit I have that the calendar is the lunar calendar? You're constantly going to adjust me to the sun. The Hashem continued to give her another like Yishuv Das compensation. Told her, Zil likolach tzadike b'shmech. Tzadikim also can be called after you. D'chsiv, Yaakov HaKoton, Shmuel HaKoton, we call them David HaKoton, three tzadikim, Yaakov, Shmuel, Koton, meaning there's an inyan to be a Koton. So you'll be like the tzadikim. There's an inyan, you'll be humble. Chazia, the loy kamisaiva daita. Hashem saw, the loka misva daita. Hashem saw that the moon doesn't come down. It feels hurt, it feels pain. That you made me smaller for what? Omar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when Hashem saw this, that the moon does not come down, Omar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Haviyu kapore olai shemi'ateti es hayoreach. Hashem says, bring kapore to Klal Yisrael for me, that I diminished, I made the moon smaller. V'hainu d'Omar Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish, man ishtana s'ira shel Rosh Chodesh ne'emar bo la Hashem. All the Yomim Tovim, by when we bring the korban chatos, it says bekula regolim ksiv. Rashi says v'sir chatos echad. V'sir Rosh Chodesh says v'sir chatos laHashem, meaning that the seir is kapora laHashem. So Memele he said, Omar HaSeir ze kapora olai a kapora al shemi'ati sayareach. So what we see from here. So with that, Hashem was hoping that the Yarech going to be compensated, going to feel to come down. That you know what, I take like a responsibility, accountability for what I did, and for that I ask to bring kapara Allah in a way like you're right. I hurt your feeling, the moon, and for that bring kapara. So we see from here an amazing thing, that besides that Hashem says bring kapara for me, that I heard the feeling of the Yareach. Hashem teaching us and the Yareach, if you want to tell somebody to do tshuva, you have to do tshuva first. Masha Kadosh Baruch Hu Oisa Omer Lebonov. Kadosh Baruch Hu maniach tefillin. Hashem does not put tefillin. He himself puts tefillin. He himself keeps Shabbos. He himself does all the mitzvahs. So Hashem told over here we see Hashem told the Yareach there's an Indian to be small, and I myself also feeling like I need to do tshuva over here, because Shemi'ati Sayrech. So we see there the concept of Rosh Chodesh teaching us that we have to do tshuva. We're not perfect. Even Hashem has that element, so that applies to every Rosh Chodesh, especially Elul. We're trying Elul to do tshuva. Even Hashem Himself has. If you don't have that feeling, if you have a feeling of perfect, that's not going to improve the world. So Hashem did this whole thing to teach us that in order, first of all, we have to feel we're not perfect, and that's what comes Elul. We're not perfect. We have to do better. We have to do tshuva, and there's the whole idea of shofar to wake up to do tshuva. But the other lesson, like I said, we're learning from it. If you want someone else, whether it's the father to the children, whether a teacher to the students, whether it's a rabbi to the congregants, if you want them to do something, you have to be the role model. You have to do first tshuva, and then that's dvarim hayotzim min halev, nechosam min halev.